Willie D Live.
What's up, family? A fifth woman accusing Smokey Robinson of sexual battery has officially come forward and filed a police report. Law enforcement sources say the woman spoke with a deputy last Wednesday at the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department's Malibu Lost Hills station, where she formally reported her allegations against the Motown singer. We're told that all 5 accusers have filed reports with LASD. As reported, Smokey became the subject of a criminal investigation by the department's Special Victims Bureau in May, after 4 women came forward accusing him of sexual assault. Smokey's attorney, Christopher Frost, said, "It's not surprising to us that in the context of very public allegations by the 4 interconnected Jane Does and their shared attorneys, no matter how untrue, news like this might emerge. It's one of the risks of being a celebrity, that others will take the same approach." He continues, "Our focus is on exposing the falsity of the Doe lawsuit, where the Does and their lawyers have taken a hit-and-run approach, making allegations against a beloved 85-year-old cultural icon and subsequently refusing to reveal their identities or unequivocally sit for a deposition where the truth can actually be determined." Let's stop right there. Refusing to reveal their identities or unequivocally sit for a deposition where the truth can actually be determined. See, that's what I have a problem with. Being able to just hurl an accusation, a serious accusation, against a person without any proof. And on top of everything, fam, not have to show your face. First of all, that's a cowardly act to accuse somebody of something and not be brave enough to show your face. You're bold enough to accuse somebody of something, but not bold enough to show your face. You know, they got a lot of them on the internet like that, right? A whole lot of them on YouTube and Instagram and Twitter. They're always doing a lot of bumping. They're always talking slick, but they won't show their face. Why? Because they're cowards and liars. They say all kinds of things, but won't show their face. And the trip part about it, sometimes you get them that do show their face, but they're somewhere in a basement somewhere, they're scared to put their name on a flyer and come outside because they know what's going to happen. They're going to get their head beat in. Anyway, fam, I don't believe these women. I don't believe them. The ringleader is his personal assistant, well, his former personal assistant, who had been with him the longest. She's the ringleader, I do believe. I think she contacted the other ones and said, hey, let's get this money. And I think the 5th one was like probably hanging out in the wings. She caught wind of the lawsuit and she was like, hey, I want some of that money too. Yeah. Family, this is one of the biggest reasons I don't believe it. Smokey been around for 85 years. He's seen it all. This man is responsible for building Motown with Barry Gordy and Stevie Wonder. In fact, he was more on the executive side than Stevie was. So Smokey, I mean, come on, fam. You know he had his pick of women. You know, I was about to say litter. I don't want to equate litter to women, but he had his picks. Smokey, he didn't, whatever fantasies he wanted to have, he was able to realize those fantasies over that time. Not one time has Smokey Robinson has ever been accused of anything remotely like this, anything remotely bossing somebody around. Nobody has ever accused Smokey of being a tyrant, of being a bully. And you know he's had a team around him all of these years. Smokey has been hot since he was a teenager. The dude been on fire. He is the pen when it comes to writing hit songs. So he's been to all of the big events, the big fights, well, the ones he wanted to go to. He's been to the big parties. He's held the biggest parties. He knows everybody, connected with everybody. Not one time in 85 years, no record of bullying anybody, pushing anybody around, owing anybody anything. Violating a woman? Hell no. Hell no. Smokey don't even have that type of spirit. See, you got some people out there that we don't really know about, but you check their spirit, you be like, I don't know, but when it comes to Smokey, you're like, man, hell no. Nah, that ain't Smokey Robinson. I believe this is a straight up money grab. This is a money grab, and these women sat back and watched what was going on with the Diddy case and all these other cases where these women are coming up out the past, out the shadows, getting money. And they was like, I want to give me some of that money. These women's actions are suspicious because they only went to the police after they filed a $50 million lawsuit against Smokey. Family, can you say strategic? Can you say not a legitimate claim? Come on, fam, this is common sense. If you've been violated by somebody, criminally violated, you don't go to a lawyer, you go to the police first. I'm not buying it, but what say you, fam? Drop a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And before I go, let me just say this, family. Even if Smokey Robinson proves himself innocent, which I think he will, the fact that they pulled a number like this on him, the fact that he's 85 years old and has lived his life in an exemplary manner, never before caught up in something like this. He's 85 years old. You gotta know that these allegations are going to take a toll on his health. They could take him out. Even if those cases get dismissed today, his legacy is forever scarred and marred by the allegations. Now let that sink in. No more talk.